It's called Report-A-Weed, and it's an app that you can download onto your phone or iPad, and you can also access it through the computer, but the phone app is actually really cool. It's a library, so it has a lot of information on invasive species in there. You can look up what invasive species look like and all their characteristics, lots of different pictures so to help you identify things. And then you can use it to report directly to the government when you see an invasive species infestation. So you can look up what invasive species it might be, and then you can actually use the app. You can take a picture with your phone of what you think is the invasive species. It actually takes a GPS location of where the invasive species is, and then it just automatically sends it all to the government, and it pops up on their radar. They check it out, make sure it's actually what it is, what you think it is, and then they put it into their system so that we can keep track of where these invasive species are. It allows for a comprehensive look at where invasive species are in the province and where we need to focus our efforts in terms of dealing with them for example, Greenways does a lot of work in environmentally sensitive areas, but there's a lot of work going on, for example, with the Ministry of Transport. They do a lot of work with invasive species along the highway to make sure that they're kept under control and aren't spreading any further, which is important for our whole natural environment, because invasive species can actually be really damaging. They crowd out native species. They're not as good for a lot of the other wildlife. So for example, there's certain insects that will only feed on native species, and those insects are eaten by birds so the whole cycle of life is dependent on native species, and if we have these invasive species coming and crowding them out, it just leads to less wildlife for everyone in the province.